Hello, Tubies, and how are you all doing? I hope you're doing fantastically fabulous today. Today we're going to make a self-love incense, okay? It's super simple, super basic, super fluffy, super Wicca, like modern day. Like, get your crystal, because we're going to do some crystal healing and crystal cleansing, and we're just going to take away all of your negative thoughts and emotions using just crystals. It's the power of magic. It can heal, it can fix, it can do everything. It can even grant you that job tomorrow. So, all of my jokes aside, and making fun of fluffy little witches, we're going to be making this self-love incense today, and it only requires 3 simple ingredients. Now, we've got lavender, and we've got rosebuds, and we've got dark copal for a sweetening kind of smell to it. You would burn this incense anytime, anywhere. It's great for self-love. You can turn it into a love spell to be used on other people or to attract love. It's just this really great way to just take time for yourself and just have that, that like magical experience, but for yourself, to help you fall in love with yourself all over again, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some lavender. Again, it doesn't matter how much lavender or how little lavender you put in. Again, you can substitute these ingredients for anything you want that makes you feel in love with yourself, essentially. Then we're going to put in some roses, and I'm using rose buds. These are red and pink and white and just really great. And we're just going to crush this up. And if you want to be putting intentions into this, the types of intentions that you would put in are related to feeling beautiful, feeling sensual, feeling good about yourself, feeling healthy, feeling happy, feeling like, even if you're single, it's like, whatever, I've got me, girl, ain't nobody need no man type thing, As I see a lot of these posts on Facebook about, oh, my man's cheating, or I need to find me a quick man real quick, because I need to have babies, and I want to find a man I can have babies with, and like, just like lots of these types of posts on Facebook, and it's not about that, that's not what love is. Love is a connection. Love is, it is 2 people coming together, not because of some spell that you did, or some magical incantation that you said. It is 2 people connecting on the physical and creating a spiritual journey together. Now, it's hard to find in this day and age with all these apps and everything, and all these dating websites, this, that, and the other little silly thing that's out there. It's hard to find that love, and we get lost in the age of social media and likes and dislikes and comments and trying to put our best life forward on Instagram and don't show no mess, stuff like that. And at the end of the day, this incense, which I have used in oils, this right here, this lavender, what can you see? Let's zoom in and move this, like, isn't that just like gorgeous? It looks gorgeous, it feels gorgeous if the camera would focus. See, look at that. Look at that. And you know what that smells like? That smells like love to me. You could put other things in this incense. You could put hibiscus, you could put peppermint, you could put frankincense, you could put anything you want into this, and this can be turned into an oil. The types of intentions, though, it really depends on what you're using this for. If you're using this for a love spell, you probably want to put those particular intentions in. For me, when I do love spells, it's never... I try never to do the spell on the person, because that just backfires all the time, every time. It just backfires because then they really want me and I don't want them at all, because I start seeing qualities about them that I just don't like. And I feel like the love spell really brings that out. I mean, you'll see those qualities eventually, but it just really filters out and just makes them just not the person I want to be with. So these days when I do love spells, it's more general. It's, you know, I'm dating somebody with these attributes, or, you know, it's never an I want, it's always I have. Be assertive over the universe. Tell the universe what you have. Not what you want, but what you have. So now we're going to put in some dark copal. If I can break it, but I'm not putting the whole thing in there because that's a lot of dark copal. When it comes to resins, I mean, you put in as much resin as you want, but just realize that the more resin that you put in there, the smokier it's gonna get. Okay. So if you want that smoke, then you put in as much resin as you want. Love spells for me today, as I was saying earlier, are more about general attractions. I have a man that has this type of attribute, or behaves this certain way, or treats me this certain way, or whatever the case may be. It's never, oh, bring me Bob from down the street. It's never, you know, stuff like that, because that just doesn't, in my opinion, that just doesn't work. In my craft, it doesn't work. So you could see why my opinion is it doesn't work. Now, for other witches, it may work, and that's perfectly okay. So we're just going to light this coal, because you know how we do these incense videos. We make the incense, and then we need to experience the incense and all of its gloriousness. So I'm just going to move this more into the center. And I'm just going to take probably a good pinch of this. That's a lot of incense on this coal. So you can definitely smell the rosebuds coming through and the lavender. And it's a little bit sweet because of that dark copal, but it's not super, super sweet. Now, most of my incense, they smell more of the earth. They smell more like, this one kind of smells like grass is burning. But if you're expecting, like, for me, this incense doesn't smell like lavender and roses. It smells like lavender and roses that's been set on fire. So, burning earth. But you get the hints. You get the lavender, you get the rose, you know, you get that dark copal playing around on there. It's a very interesting smell. So for this, what you could do for like a love, like a self-love type of working, is you could just, you know, play with the incense smoke and just kind of putting the intentions in there, and I guess if you want, you could be doing the affirmations, and you could just be with yourself. The whole point of this incense, when you're burning it, is for you to be with yourself. Not for you to be with somebody else, not for you to be with whatever, but however, this incense can be changed to do that. But the general idea that I'm giving here is that this incense, you want to be with yourself. You want to love yourself, and I'm not talking, you know, where you're like, oh, I love me, I'm such a beautiful person today. I mean it. Really own it. Date yourself. Take yourself to bed. You know what I mean? Break out those toys, ladies. But, like, literally, date you. Because if you can't love you, no one And I mean no one will be able to love you because you'll be so walled off and so closed off and just so detached and worrying and wondering, and you'll self-sabotage the entire thing. So essentially all you want to do is use this incense, you know, maybe a couple times a week, and you just want to date yourself. And you're probably wondering, well, how long do I date myself before I find somebody? You date yourself until somebody magically appears. And if that takes 35 years, then girl, you better get yourself some cats. I got 2 cats. But I really do like this incense, and I really hope that you guys like this incense. Again, this incense can be made into an oil, and it can be used to dress candles, and you can dress up candles and, you know, have yourself a little romantic girls' night in, if you get my point. I can already hear them vibrators. But, you know, and you can also turn this into an actual love spell. So let's say, you know, you've been doing this for a while, you could make another batch and put the intentions in where you end up trying, you know, to attract somebody. This would be great to be mixed into honey jar spells. This would be great to be put on a candle burned on a honey jar spell. You know, and if you're trying to use this on, say, somebody like your boss and you want to sweeten them up, put some cinnamon in, put some licorice root in, put some cloves in, you know, put some slippery elm bark if they're not, you know, super nice to you behind your back. You know, you could easily change this where you're like, I just want you to be super nice to me and kiss my white American. I'll let you figure out what they're kissing. But the point is that you want, there's many ways this incense can be used, but for this particular video, the point is that you want to use this incense to spend time with yourself. Because there's so many people out there that it's either a money spell or a love spell, and I'm like, can you people, and sometimes it's the same person, you know, one week they're like, I need a money spell to pay this, and then the next week they're like, I'm so lonely, I need a love spell. It's like, girl, you've got too much going on. You need to figure yourself out, you need to sit down, you need to relax. You know, the world isn't gonna end if you don't have a boyfriend by Friday. At least that's just my opinion. It's not always the case, but it's just my opinion.